Are we doing this, bruh? I can't even tell. After we switch the settings, I can't even tell. Alright. I forgot a drink. Let me get that. Because it's muy importante that we do that. So basically what we're doing here is, I am going to go over what they gave us. Well, I'm just gonna start by saying that this has exceeded my expectations. I did not think we were gonna get this much. They gave us a lot of shit, and I think it's worth going into. We'll go into all three of his variations. Mr. J, and where's Codal? I like labbing Codal. We'll go into all his variations and what the hell they actually gave us. Oh. We're getting comments on this one. Of course we are, bro. I don't even know who that is. Okay, anyway. So, let's talk about what they gave my boy. So in variation 1, this is our zoning variation, right? Zoning mix-up. Okay, let's go over some universal stuff. This string right here is really fucking good. This one right here. 121 is what it is. What is it? 8 frames, I believe. It's like an 8-frame startup or some shit. It's really good. Is that it? No. Oh, let's start at 15. Oh, this is a very quick move. And this is super nice, dude. It's a meterless launcher. I did not think they were gonna get NRS. You didn't have to give us a meterless launcher, but I'll gladly take it. This is in every single string. It's -2 on block, I believe. So it's like really fucking good. The only weakness, though, there is a weakness. So get ready to start having to adapt. This string ends in a high, so all they have to do when they're blocking is duck and release the block button, and it's a full punish. So this string, it's good, but like as the game progresses, I don't think overusing it. It's good right now, week 1, to spam endlessly, but once people figure out how to punish it, this is gonna be reserved for whiff punishes only, probably. So just about that. It's very good, meterless launcher, but there is an opportunity to punish. I just think the community has to adapt to it first. So, anyway, we have a low starter. This is also very nice. The full string is back 3, 2, 4, but mostly you'll want to be ending it with the crowbar, the overhead, and then we'll want to. And then the crowbar works to we have to enhance it to get crushing blow. It's either 3 or 4, I forget. Special moves. Let me check. 3. You have to after 3 crushing blows. After 3 enhancements of this Bird Boy beatdown, we get a crushing blow on the basic one. So I don't know if it'll trigger in training mode, but so now in a real game the crushing blow would be loaded. See, there you go, crushing blow. Just some base damage. I was really shocked about how high our damage output is for a set play character. Basically every variation, Joker's damage output is actually very nice. Way more than Devora. There's like no reason to ever play Devora again. Okay, one thing I find interesting is that from Injustice, they did a thing. They swapped the low projectile on the first variation specifically. They swapped Bird Boy beatdown. This is our crowbar. Like this is like anybody that played Injustice will know that it looks exactly like the damn move. But they swapped the input from 3 to 2, so it's just back forward 2 now instead of being back forward 3. So it's fine. It's actually very neat, but it actually helps with some of our combos, but it's interesting to see that a low projectile for the zoning variation was given the same input that the crowbar used to be. And if we enhance the move, we get Deadshot's move from fucking Injustice. So if they jump here, they're like, fuck. So, and we sit so low to the ground that we actually low profile most projectiles in the game. I think some characters can probably still hit us, but most characters can probably still hit us, Not most characters. Most characters can't hit us, but some probably still can. And if we use it too close to somebody, they can potentially jump over it and then hit us. So it's still not entirely safe, but it's still very good. It's still very good, and I'm glad we got this move because it adds a lot to our zoning variation. And the damage is absolutely incredible. And if you're at low percent, if he's at low health, this costs 2 bars, but it's something you can do to make them take guaranteed shit damage. You can shoot the mid out, and then do this, and then boom. They would be typically taking chip through all that. I could just set it up and make them see how much chip it would take, but it's a lot of chip damage. And even if you want to be really cheeky, you can actually combo the damn thing. And like, look how much damage that did. It costs 2 meter, but like you could do it with 1 bar too. You don't have to spend 2 on it. It has different startup. So you have to like learn how to time, but that's a pretty good chunk of damage for like a zoner. And then we have gunshot still. It's not as good as the Injustice one. I have a few problems with it, but it's still really neat. It's still really nice. This is still one of the best projectiles in the game. I wish it was a little closer to the ground, like just a little bit closer, because a lot of people can actually low profile this with their strings. So it's not perfect, but it's as close to gunshot as we're gonna get. And then still a very nice move. And the meter burn variant is pretty. I have a few issues with this move right here, but it's okay. It's all right. It's not like, even as a mid, it's not as reliable as the Jack in the Box one. So like, if you're gonna, because this one actually helps keep you out, while this one's like a launcher. So you want to be using like this one, like when you're a little closer, so you can like that wasn't the range. So you can like potentially like end it with a string or something. Still getting there, as you can clearly see. I haven't had as much time to play as I would like. Like something like that. I mean, not perfect, but like something like that. That's the basic idea. You want to, but like for the specifically this move specifically, it's okay. I have a few issues with it, like in this string right here, 2-1-3, which we got to keep from Injustice. This spot right here, check this out. Maybe that's not on Codal. Not on Codal. I think Codal's too big. Yeah, Codal's too big. Here, we'll go fighter select. On a lot of characters, the missile actually has blind spots. This is not something I necessarily care about or want to see change. This is just why I think the missile is probably his worst move, because of these blind spots. I found 2 blind spots on the damn thing so far. So I don't necessarily care much for the meter burn variant. It's still okay. It's not bad. Here, let's see if I can. Okay. Now I look like a liar, dude, because it's not working. There it is. Like, you see these like, it just won't hit them at certain ranges. So this is super, like, not reliable. So, like, if you're gonna shoot a mid-projectile, you should probably shoot this damn pogo thing at them. It's much more reliable. And if they jump, you can bait them with this, and you can hold it. And then, boom, you catch the jump with that. So this is kind of what the character wants to be. If they jump, you can catch them with that. Or, like, you know, if you catch their jump, this is safer, and it doesn't spend meter. So this is much more reliable for catching jumps. Also, in the variation, we get the parry. He says, "I'm Batman. I am the knight." Basically, if you parry this, you meter burn it, you get a combo, which you didn't get that in Injustice. So our parry is actually a combo starter now. I'm not the best at this training mode. I'll just set the AI to medium. Cassie, please. Bruh. Cassie, please. Cassie, please. Cassie, please. Sweetheart, please hit me. Well, not with a low. There it is. And then you do something like that. Something like that. So you can easily see how we get combos off of that. Is that... are we good here? Okay. So, okay, so anyway. Our basic bread and butter string would be 1-2-1. And then... this is a very tight link. There it is. This is our basic bread and butter, and it sets us right up into getting a meter for our for getting a setup for a crushing blow. Basically, the string is, this is forward one right here. This is a very good mid. We're burning money. See, like, get it, guys. Heath Ledger. Yeah, but like, it's forward one. It's very easy to do, like, on the ground. It's just kind of a tight link in between the combos. The way I've kind of figured out a way to get it consistently. You have to walk at him for a second, and like, again, the timing's like different depending on the character. But like, if you do the input wrong, that the box will come out like that, and that's my biggest issue I'm having right now. It's because I'm doing the special move with the crowbar too early. The box one's coming out. So you just have to really, like, take it slow. There it is. Again, it's gonna take practice. It's gonna take some time for us to learn our new stuff. But that's kind of our basic bread and butter punish right there. The mid's safer. So basically, if you could start a combo with the mid, like, this isn't necessarily bad. This is a good, like, 20% damage. And like, again, I was actually very shocked about how high our damage output is in all these variations, because we get like a lot of setups and zoning, and like, even our normals aren't like the worst normals in this game. This one right here, this you cannot special move cancel the third hit, so this is kind of like another combo ender. Another string you could do is this one is much easier than the other one, so like, but you could even like, okay, it would do, like, even then, like, this is actually a lot easier than the other one to do, and it does quite a lot of damage. This is a 2-1, no, F2-1. We have 2-1, which is this, and then we have F2-1, which is that. This crushing blows upon a whiff punish, so it can just, you can just like do the same thing again. But like, just stuff like this. You basically, with the Joker, you want to be setting up this crushing blow right here, because the Bird Boy beatdown crushing blow is one of our most reliable crushing blows. It's very easy to hit. It's just our bread and butter. So if you can hit the fucking that's one of our most reliable. We still have the down 2, and then this crushing blow also isn't bad either, but if you can do it on whiff punish. And then our last crushing blow. Okay, we have another one. It's this one's not that great. It's, if you get the second hit, it's just pure damage. It's just oh wait, no, it's not just pure damage. There's one more thing you can do to it. I'm so dumb. Okay, there we go. It's you can special move cancel it. I forget how to do it though. It's more important in Variation 3, and which I haven't labbed because Variation 3 isn't very good, but we'll get to that. But like, you can special move cancel this to do a Bird Boy beatdown after that crushing blow, I believe. Okay, but anyway, so again, there's not really a whole lot to this variation. You just have to like know your strings, which are Joker's strings are actually not that complicated. We have a lot of low-key brainless stuff. Our jump 1 is really good. It has a really deceptive hitbox. It's kind of bigger than it looks, in all honesty. But there is no hitbox on the back. Like near his dick and like down to his leg, there's no hitbox there. It's only the upper half of his body. But it's still super big. It's just not like the biggest. Our jump 2 is also not terrible. It's not great either, but like it's still good. So you can like land combos with this. It's not like Collectors where it's super not reliable. And again, like, we have a lot of set play stuff that leads into it. Also, the jump 2, another interesting thing about jump 2, you'll see this when we swap variations. Jump 2 has a huge upward hitbox. A huge upward hitbox. It hits above it. And then another move that hits, our down 2 is also deceptively big. It hits slightly. You can like freeze frame this and like just play it back. Our down 2 hits slightly above its animation as well. Our down 2 is slightly bigger than the cane itself. You have to really position it for max range, so it's not like super reliable, but just know that we have a deceptive hitbox on our down 2 as well. And then, what other things do we have? We have 2 wheelchair strings, which I thought were going to be special moves, because the wheelchair looked like a special move. 2-1-3, and then if you hit 2-1-4, he'll throw the guy as a mid-projectile. Another mid-projectile. So we have, like, consistent mid-projectiles with Joker now, which is much different. But, like, okay. And then, so, like, at a distance, you want to be mixing them up with this, and then this, and then even this. Like, even this if you can. One last deceptive thing for Joker. And then let's talk about what makes the character good up close. Because the Joker is way better at pressuring the block in this game, which is something I definitely wanted out of him. So we have Bird Boy Beatdown, right? Overhead. You see that overhead. We have two strings that end in a low. Forward 2, no, forward 1, forward 2 is a low. Forward 2, so we have... So you can do that, boom, and it's an overhead low. Just a mix-up we get for free. Also, 2-1 is a string that can be canceled into our overhead. So, and then, and which is funny because our third hit just happens to be a low. Isn't that nice? So we get two just mix-ups in the neutral, and we have a low combo starter, which means you can do, when you're sitting at this range, you can either go for the low, you have to be kind of close to get the actual mix-up, but like when you're sitting at a range where the low actually hits, you gotta find the max distance, so like around right here, because that's the max distance, because it looks like this hitbox is deceptively big too. Just, I'm trying to find max range for this. Okay, so it's kind of like in this area. So you can hit him with a low starter, which would lead to that, and then or you can do a overhead, like any of our overheads, like those jumping ones, or just the Bird Boy Beatdown, which again, Bird Boy Beatdown's recommended because you just have to enhance it, and when you get a crushing blow on it, which we've already talked about. So, and then once you condition them, once you have so many ways to mix up their block, that's when you can come in and do the throws.
I'll save the day.
So we have a lot of ways to pressure the block in this game, and then in addition to that, like a lot of complaints we addressed about how Joker's throws don't throw loop. You know, that's okay, because if his throws throw loop, his character would be ridiculous because of how he could already. I mean, he already is kind of ridiculous. How many ways he already has to pressure your block already in the neutral. So his throws don't need to throw loop. Then he would need nerfed. So I don't think he needs nerf right now, which is great. I don't think we're going to be seeing many changes because I think we're balanced. I low-key think we're balanced. I don't know what the community consensus is. I think we're a balanced character. But what else do we have? We have another string. Out of 1-2. We have a lot of ways. We have 3 strings out of 1-2. So we can either do the 1-2-1 for the meterless launcher. We can do a 1-2-2, which is an overhead and immediately puts them on the ground. From there, we are right in perfect range for either our throw, our low, or our overhead. So by doing a 1-2-2, you give up some damage, but you immediately trigger the next play. You're still in control. But again, they can still wake up on you and stuff, so make sure you keep track of their wake up defensive meter, which we can go over how to trap that in variation too. But we have a lot of stuff. And then our last one is 1-2-3, which doesn't seem that great, but then you can special move cancel it. Oh wow, that actually doesn't work on Cassie. So you can do 1-2-3, something like that. It would pressure their block and get. They can block that, but you can just pressure. You don't have to end it in the 3. The point is this gunshot works on some characters. I think Joker's gonna have a hard time fighting females again, but that's all right. Females and smaller characters, but like this gunshot does work on some of the roster, mostly the males. So that's a free that. And like even then, you just have to know when they can get hit by it and when they can. So again, this will put them at a distance, and again, a lot of this, and this variation. So we have a lot of dirt. We have a lot of dirt. So again, just kind of like zoning them out, keeping them out with projectiles, comboing your projectiles together. When you get close, just try to mix up their block any way you can, and then blow up that crushing blow, and then try to keep it as long as possible. You know, just try to win through zoning, and then once you do get close, that's when you want to try to load up the crushing blow. It's like he relies on them getting in so he can set up the crushing blow. But overall, I think this is his second best variation. Zoning is just inherently decent in these games because of the limited movement mechanics, and we just have a lot of stuff that some of the other characters just don't have in this game for zoning. Like very good high projectile that rivals Sonya Blades. The dead shots move from Injustice. We actually just straight up got an Injustice move, which is really nice. And then we actually have a decent mid projectile. This makes high laughing gas look like utter fucking garbage, and I love it because this is like where the fuck was this move in Injustice? Like seriously, you just against Green Arrow, this was like free pressure, and then you could come in with the overhead instantly, or the straight. This was just free pressure on Green Arrow in Injustice. I just wish we had this in Injustice. Okay, never mind. I'm ranting. So that again, very simple. It's gonna take a while to like learn all this stuff. But again, there's like another hole around here for the missile. I don't know, whatever. But just keep track of those missile holes when you find them. And then, that's about it for Variation 1, everything I gotta say about it. So, we will go ahead and move on to, I wanna do Variation 2 last, because that's the one I think is the best. Well, we're gonna move to, Variation 3. Variation 3 is not very good. I actually don't even recommend working with it a whole lot, because, it's a very underwhelming variation. It's gonna be fun. Basically, we only get two things. We get two moves in this variation that are not in the other ones. We get this gas move, which is gonna be a fucking gimmick. Yeah, this isn't good. I think it's gonna like it might have some fun ideas, setups in the corner you can do, but like trap it for some chip damage in the corner. Like that might be good for some fun gimmicks and cheese. You can meter burn it. But, like, it doesn't combo, to my knowledge. I couldn't find anything, so, and then, so, just that, and then, like, we still have our, like, our other stuff. All the stuff about being good up close with the 50-50, like, all that stuff is still here. So I don't think this variation is, like, inherently garbage, because I still think Joker in this game is good enough up close with, like, Actually, he's slightly worse in this variation when he's up close, because he gets rid of the overhead. He gets rid of the crowbar. We lose Bird Boy beatdown, which is like really bad actually. Now that I think about it. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this. You can like hold this move, and it's really fucking stupid and cheesy. It's good for trolling. But anyway, so what do we get in exchange for losing the crowbar? We get this. We get like the gloves, which are good for like combos. First of all, they're not as. This is like the only move that I feel like our hitboxes are not on our side. It's a bit smaller than they look. It's fully animated. As soon as you hit the first part of the special, the rest of it automatically plays out. And then you can meter burn it, and it'll become an overhead at last hit. So we have mix-ups for like a bar, and then you can do something like that. You can do so hold on, I'm trying to think of what you can do. You could do something like you start the combo with this, and then you want to like ideally you want to be doing this 2 times in a combo, I think, or something like that. And again, listen to better players. I've already seen like almost 50% corner damage with this variation, so it's got big damage, but nothing safe, and you lose your mix-ups in neutral, so it's not like worth it, but it's still fun. But like the reason I don't think it's actually even worth working with is that these inputs are like tighter. At least that was my experience on the Xbox. I've played Joker on the Xbox and on the PlayStation. My experience on the Xbox with this variation was that it was a tighter link, which I'm not seeming to have that problem right now. I've been hitting it much more consistently here. I can't seem to hit anything there. In the corner that works, but like here you want to be going for hold on, shit. You want to be going for ah, shit, I pressed the wrong button. We'll do it again. We'll go for, it's F14 13. I don't even know if that works. But like the point is you want to be going for something like that where you can like end combos with it and begin combos with it. I don't know. I don't think this variation's working with that much, just because because of what we lose. All we gain is like bigger damage, but we don't need bigger damage. Our setups and shit in the other variation is much better. So again, and like we lose like a lot of stuff in exchange for like a few gimmicks. It's not worth it. Everything good about this variation is just like better. He has the best things in this variation he has in his other variations, with the exception of like damage. But like he actually even has damage in his other variations, and with exchange for more mix-ups and a better neutral. So this variation simply just isn't worth it. Final variation. The one I'm probably going to be playing the most, and what I consider to be his best one, would be Variation 2, Ace of Knaves. Variation 2 is definitely his best one. This is the most like the Injustice version of Joker that we got in this, but like he's still buffed. He's still buffed, like extremely buffed. So like he has like the best things about Joker in Injustice, but like it's on a different engine that's like that better supports him. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about why I think this variation is better than Variation 1. I think this variation is better than Variation 1 because I think we have the best things about we have the best things about the Joker zoning in this variation. We have the gunshot. The low projectile is not something I think we actually need, because we have the mid if we need to pressure low, and like this gunshot is gonna be good enough at zoning and counter zoning to where we don't need the low. I mean, it's good. Like the low's good. Like don't get me wrong. I think Variation 1 is viable. I think it can do well. I think people that play it can win, but I think Variation 2 is better, because I think we have the zoning. I think we have everything we need from in terms of zoning from this variation. Again, it might be matchup dependent. Maybe Variation 1 will be a good counter pick against some certain characters, but like in order to keep most of the roster out, I think gunshot and this mid are going to be good enough. So I think our zoning is actually proficient enough to where we actually gain more via the set play shenanigans that we get, because we get even more damage through this variation. And another thing we get probably one of our best moves is this the Jack in the Box that shoots up. This can be, you can bring it close, shoot it far, which is a mid, and then just shoot it standard. Same thing for present. You can do present close, present far, and present mid. Okay, so let's talk about what is good here. What's going on here is they took Chattering Teeth and they split it into two moves. Okay, present is good for punishing wake-ups. Meter burn present, good for the punishing the wake-ups. So everything that Chattering Teeth did with punishing the wake-ups into combos, that is going to be done by the present. When you're in neutral and trying to pressure the guy, that is what this is going to be for. And if you hit that, this has a lot of hits done. So it's basically a guaranteed string and a combo once you hit that. And look at this damage. Look at this damage. And we were still setting up our crushing blow, and we did 30% on the guy. Like that's insanely good. I don't know where my outfit went for Ace of Knaves. Wait, I should have my white suit on. Yeah, whatever. But like, so we still, like, again, we get Bird Boy beatdown back, so we have our mix-ups in the neutral back, but we also have just other stuff. So we can come in, little Clar. Bam, that was a true combo. I literally just walked in and was given a true combo. So like, you hit this right here. Ah, shit. Bruh. Okay. And then bruh. Okay, I will hit this, guys. I'm not bad, I swear. I'm not bad, I swear, Jesus. Okay. Alright, we'll try this again. There it is. And then you meter burn it. And then boom, that's a free 22%, and it's like it's just a string and a special move together. So ideally, what you want to do is when they're blocking, we'll set her to block. AI options, block. We'll hit all. Normal. We'll just set it to all. Okay, so we got So we're hitting her with this. Or something. This ends at a -2. Well, okay, well, okay, it's complicated because you want to, like... You don't want her to block everything. That was... I'm still working with this training mode. I'm not quite good at it. Auto... We'll just leave it off. So you do the... So you could do this. You could do something like this, where you do 1, 2, 1, 2, and then do something like that. Or maybe not. We'll do the... I'm so dumb. So we're pressuring her, we're hitting her, right? We're doing 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and then boom. But then we can just keep the string going. So like when you're already pressuring her, boom. Like it's super good, and I believe it covers wake ups. But again, you can mix up presence in there too, because presence better for punishing wake ups. IMO, because I think the explosion and like it has more range on it. And if you read a wake up, you can just get present for free. And then again, after you get a present, the most like that combo I just did, I believe is the most optimal one you can possibly do. It's I don't know though. Sonic Fox for optimal combos. Don't listen to me. Never listen to me. Always listen to Sonic Fox about how to optimize a combo string. So like something like that. It does like 25-30% though, which again for a set play character, that's crazy. That's crazy good damage output. So just like a combination of that, and even again, meter burning it, you can like even zone with this kind of stuff. Like boom, that's such good range. And again, I asked, where the fuck was this in Injustice? Because if Superman was just flying up, you could go bong, take that motherfucker, bong. Trying to laser Superman. Oopsies, got hit. Like where the fuck was that in Injustice? And so again, this is probably your most important combo, at least for right now. I think as the game goes on, forward 2 is gonna be even better for the crushing blow optimization. But okay, in the corner, this is for our corner combos. This one, the shooting upward is important because the angle in the corner is actually super helpful for getting combos. So like you see, you can get that conversion. I'm so bad. There you go. And again, this is a good 29% on the guy. And again, I'm sure there's other ways to optimize it. This is just the stuff that I pulled out with my mid-tier playing. This is my mid-tier player labbing the character. So again, you just want to pressure the block with stuff like that. And then the set play stuff, if you played Injustice, it writes itself. And then again, in order to hit this combo, you need to make sure you abuse the fact that sure Jump 2 has a big hitbox. But again, if you hit this, I think you can hit that. That doesn't combo. There are ways to hit that though. But again, like that did 21%. Jump 2 into 2-1-3 just did 21. There you go. So like your damage output as Joker is actually very big for a set play character. And if they do tone him down a little bit, I predict they hit him in the damage output. Because I don't think he needs like toned down in terms of what he's doing in the game. I just think his damage output is like admittedly very high for a set play character. So if they tone him down, that's gonna be what they do to him. But so I think our neutral options are safe, is what I think. I think we are pretty safe from nerfs in that department. When you throw them, with this throw right here, I like this because the distance where you want to play it in the corner is slightly different to accommodate for the fact that we lost teeth and have present now. So like, boom. So like, if you can land this throw in the corner, that's just your goal in the corner is this throw, I think. And then you hit, and then you have either this. And then boom, you come right back in. It's like you want to get up in their face, mix them until you hit a throw, and you back up, you cycle, and then you hit them with either present or that, and then you come back in, and then even if they block it, you can come back in and then immediately have that three-way mix-up again. So I think what Joker's going to rely on is he's going to rely the set play to come in, force a block, and then he comes in with this three-way mix-up of either low, overhead, or throw again. And so like you can just mix them up in the corner that way. Or like when they're getting cheeky, you can like other stuff to know is that down 1 usually leads into a forward 1. Like in Injustice it was down 1 into 2-1-3. In this game it's gonna be down 1 into forward 1-4. That's gonna be what it is in this game. So like they may have, the only thing they really took from Injustice Joker in this variation is we no longer have the parry, which is okay because we still have the other wake-ups in the game, which are not as good, admittedly. So, admittedly, we're not as strong on wake-up as we are in Injustice, but again, I expected that. So in terms of what we got, what they did with Chattering Teeth was they just split it up into these 2 moves right here. So it even makes it so we have more options. We're less predictable now. I like that. And then we have the present. So that's what they did to the Chattering Teeth. The gunshot is still there from Injustice. This is all we had in Injustice. Like, the tools in this variation are the most like the toolkit in Injustice, because we have the high, the low is the other variation. So we have the high gunshot, and then they just replaced high laughing gas with a mid that actually fucking works, which is like really nice. Like you can troll somebody with this. You could do present. That's some pretty decent damage. I'm trying to see if we can time this. This is trolling only, everybody. Don't. That's trolling only, really. Puts him back in the corner. You can do another round of it. So I think our mix-up game is going to be very, very nice. So overall, I think this is your best variation, especially if you played Injustice, because it really supports the foundation that you got in Injustice. And it's like another way it does that is like we have similar moves, we have a similar game plan, and like our aerials aren't even bad. Like look at that deceptive hitbox. That didn't even touch her there, bruh. So like our aerials are still really good. Look at this hitbox. I'm not even hitting the bitch, bruh. So it's like we have such big hitboxes, just like in Injustice. So this variation of Joker best supports the type of foundation that the Injustice player base of the character has. So this is definitely your go-to variation with the character IMO. But with all that out of the way, I think I will. Well, I won't shut up. I will go ahead and just do a tower, because when you stream online, kind of gets affected just a little bit. So I'm only gonna do online MK with not streaming. But I think just doing a tower, I won't even do a long tower. I'll just do like the eight matches one. But like you'll be able to see some of this within. I'll just do medium. You'll be able to see this being exercised within the game here. Well, like what I'm talking about, and then through all this, and again, like I'm not pretending to give the best Joker guide on the internet. I'll save that for the pros. But I can already tell that the character is solid, which is all I wanted. I don't care if he's top tier. I just want him to be solid.
Shadow is not interested.
Trust me, you could use some comfort.
Okay. So his starting play, I didn't even go over his down 4. His down 4 is a super big low, and you can immediately get present out of it. Or I'm trying to be experimental here. His jump 4, I didn't cover that either. You can do his jump 4. It's risky, but you can do a free Bird Boy beatdown out of it. And then we have our I just tried to do an Injustice string. We keep talking about Injustice. Walk. That was the misinput. Okay, we're in the corner. We want to get this throw. Ideally, we'll put him back in the corner, but I fucked up. Alright, so at this distance, you know, just keep him out with gunshot. He has the teleport, so force the noob Cybot to press a button. Okay. We're at Bird Boy beatdown, and now we're at the 3-way. We have the 3-way mix-up. Okay, he challenged it. Should've used something else. Okay, this is our 3rd one. So the next time we use a Bird Boy beatdown, we have our Crushing Blow loaded, which should be enough to take the game. Like, you can even get, like, something simple. Oh, fuck. You can even get something simple, like And that should be the game. GG, easy. Like, it's literally that easy, people. Oh, his fatalities, I forgot to go over them. Yeah, it was the other way. But like, it's simple stuff like that. And I'm like, again, I'm not gonna even pretend I'm close to high level, but like, that's what you're gonna see the high level players doing. But the people that play this character are gonna be abusing the fact that we have three-way strings unblocked. They're gonna be abusing the throws. They're gonna be abusing the set play. This is the variation that's gonna probably see the most play. Variation 3 is going to be a gimmick, no one's going to use it, and Variation 1 might be good for some counter picks. It's like the characters that like can abuse the fact that this variation doesn't have the best zoning in the entire world. Because like, it's just Injustice zoning. We all know that Joker's zoning in Injustice wasn't the greatest. It's buffed, but yeah, there it is. It's gonna just be about tightening the inputs for the most part, and then you can do present. She pressed a button, so, and that means you hit her again. Like, she decided to hit a button on wake up and present was out. That's why I think present is better. I don't know. If present just feels more like home to me because of chattering teeth. I'm still like, present's not really a new concept to me. Like, I know what you're supposed to do with it already. If you know what I'm saying. Okay. I'll see if I need to see if I'll hit a down back one, so you can see how that works. That eats a projectile. Okay, we want to hit a throw here. Not that throw, but we ideally want to hit a shit. But down 2 could work for creating distance. You need something to create distance there. Ah, I didn't do it close. And like, see how present got around the projectile? I don't think this one does that. It doesn't have hitbox on the way down. Fatality is there it is. I have the other one too, but this is the easier one. Very solid though. We are definitely very solid in this game, and I really want to get into Injustice 3 now. I really hope like if we do it in Injustice 3, I hope Joker gets in, because we have a lot of stuff in this game I want to see come over to it. Because a lot of this stuff can easily be transferred over to Injustice. We're very good in this game, bro. We have what, like, literally everything that I said I wanted, I got. We got better mix-ups, we got better ways to pressure the block, and we do have a better approach. The mid can be used as an approaching tool, but we don't even need to do that. We have more range on our set play, so like we have some Red Hood elements. So like we literally got everything I wanted. I'm honestly shocked we got as much as we did. Like crushing blow requirements that like aren't shit. Meter burn this. Always meter burn that. Every time. Another reason I like present better is present is like meterless pressure, whereas you kind of always need meter to do get the corner here. You kind of always need meter to do the other one, but it's still like this is good in the corner because if you hit it, you can get. I'm so bad. That was he was dead there if I just hit the combo. You can get that. That's the new corner combo one. The down back one is definitely our new corner pressure. Okay. Ideally, there you go. Something like that would be neat. I read that roll, but I was just a little late on the throw. Rolls are like... rip. His stuff is a little slower than Injustice, because I keep finding myself trying to throw teeth out when they actually just straight up don't have enough time to like do anything about it. But like, what we make up for in speed, we have in reliability, I'd say. eventually. It's gonna, like, well, I'm still in the transitional phase because, like, as soon as I started playing the character, a lot of my Injustice habits came back because I'm playing Joker in an RS game. But, like, I've stayed out of online for right now because I'm still, putting Injustice Joker out of my brain as I try to, just tighten my links on these strings, and just put every Injustice habit I have on the back burner. And just tighten up the bread and butter a little bit, but I'm almost ready, dude. I think my plan is to play him online tonight and get some sets up with him. But I have been labbing the character. I have not played online. I've been labbing the character since we came out, and so I think I've determined a healthy blend of what his strengths and weaknesses are going to be. Okay. That string is super tight. Honestly, I recommend this. It's way easier. And like, if you do that, it'll... Oh, rip. I don't like how crushing blows get rid of set play stuff. Okay. Okay, so we're here. We want to do a... Nice! So, okay, I didn't even think of that. You could use interactable punish. You could use that to punish interactables. There you go. Like, it just means if they press a button, they get hit. That one is faster, so I think the presence might be better mid-screen. Oh, rip. And like, you see how much, like, less I'm using. Well, I mean, okay, to be fair, that's something I probably can't say until I get online. There it is. So they can still do that. Okay. It's all a work in progress, bro. This should be death. Yeah. And again, like, you know, I'm like saying how great I am because I'm beating the AI. This is just this is like in theory what the character should be doing. Just continuously mixing them up in neutral with the fact that we actually have like decent pressure strings now. Like, I don't miss anything from Injustice. Like, as much as I said I wanted the strings to go, like, I don't miss anything. Oh, Collector, what are you still doing on my background? I gotta get Joker on there, bro. I unlocked a better one with him actually on it, so I'm probably gonna use that. But like, I'm not fighting Kronika, bro. Fuck that. Kronika is garbage, dude. I hate fighting her. Legit makes me mad. Okay.
Round one, fight.
Like, see, again, Baraka, for instance. Let's talk about, like, this matchup. Yeah, he has Blade Spark, but, like, I feel like we are gonna be able to win this zoning war. Because we just have more options than he does. And then boom. Like, boom. We still even get, like, that combo if they get hit. Oh, rip. There we go. Like, you can still zone him out. Boom. Like, I'm legit impressed, dude. I was not expecting to be this good. Because I do think we're actually very good. Like, it's just something I feel, like, you know, as somebody that's played Devora and Collector, like, I couldn't understand why people said they were weak, and then I played Joker, and it was like Joker feels so much stronger than them. Like, it's one of those things that after, when you play fighting games for a while, you just kind of know. You can just kind of feel when a character is good, I guess. I could have won there. Oh, I thought that would chip him out. It's just something you can kind of feel in your bones, I guess. Do my fatality. There it is. But it's just something you can kind of feel, I guess. And, like, the character feels strong. I feel like... First of all, he's very smooth. Like when I played Devora for a little bit, like Devora was like rough. She felt rough, and it's like you know, people that play fighting games might know what I mean. I get, but it's like, you know, it feels rough. Like she just felt clunky. She felt rough. She didn't like. She feels like she just needs a smoothing out. Like her inputs just felt rough. Joker's inputs feel smooth, I guess. Like already, even on day one, I think they really made Joker's inputs smooth as fuck. Like when I mess up a Joker input, I can tell you that I messed it up. When I mess up a Devora input, I feel like the game was like not fair to me sometimes. I'll rip. Fuck these dragon challenges. I'm just trying to show you guys the character. Okay. Very risky to go for that though. I don't feel like Joker has to take risks. Almost. If I had just done that close, that would have worked. Oh shit. Okay, set play him. And again, most of the time that's not going to be like going off, like they're going to be blocking it, but that's when you would come in and mix them up, or keep them zoned out, whichever you prefer, whichever is better for you for that particular matchup. Like I said, I think presence probably better if you don't have meter to. Oh man, it depends on where they are too. Okay. And then you can we'll do the throw this time. This is the kind of stuff you're gonna be going for. I'll rip. I pressed the button. And again, like when I start playing real people, I'll see how this analysis holds up. This is like this is very early analysis of the character. There we go. Anti-air with that move is good for anti-airing. Their approach, the missile is. So like again, here's the thing about Joker. I cannot identify like one bad move on him. Every move, well, okay, his missile is a little rough, but like with the exception of variation 3, I can't find a bad move on the guy. I legit just like don't know. I think some of his moves have weaknesses, but like it's a good thing to have weaknesses because I don't like unhealthy game design. I'm a killer player in Dead by Daylight, bruh. I hate unhealthy game design. Because I deal with it every time I boot killer up. Okay, last game. Because I'm not fighting Chronica. But I think even just through that one tower, you can kind of see what the character's going to be doing. At least, like, that's going to be his game plan online.
Round 1. Fight.
Like again, I'm not doing this because I think I'm super top tier MLG pro with him already. This is like just to show off what he's gonna be doing. And again, I think just this whenever you can, just to even again, like again, you're not seeing that crushing blow much here because like I'm like clearly beating these fuckers, but like, not rip. But like you know, in close matches you'd be seeing that crushing blow way more often. There we go. He just has such a big damage output, bro.
Round 2. Fight.
Like you can eat, like you don't have to do like bait. Just kind of try to bait that teleport because Collector's teleport is extremely weak. I feel like oh rip. Getting hit, bro. Strategies for getting out of the corner. Make sure you block from find your openings organically, not like I'm doing right now. Okay. See, like, I don't even think that was optimal, but it was still big damage. Oh, fatal blow. I haven't done my fatal blow. That was like my first opportunity to actually do it. Okay. Okay, I won't fatality Collector because he's my boy. But that's Joker. That is gonna be what he's doing. I am very pleased. I didn't actually think we were gonna get as much as we did. very impressed with what NRS has done here. And like, this is a character that is not only fun, but he's gonna be good. And I predict that he will win a tournament. I think Sonic Fox is clearly behind him. But like, the difference between this Joker and Injustice Joker is that this Joker's gonna deserve the tournament win. Sonic Fox isn't just gonna be carrying this guy like he did with Injustice. So very, very excited to see this character's future, and I will be following him very, very closely. So GG's NetherRealm. Very, very happy. You've made an Injustice Joker player very, very happy with this variation.